Multifamily Mindset
Podcast. Think bigger.
Hello and welcome back, my friends, to another awesome episode of the Multifamily Mindset Podcast. I'm your host, Cyndi Maguire, better known as Cyndi, Show Me the Money Maguire. I do wear a few hats around here. I'm a strategist for Multifamily Mindset, seasoned real estate investor, co-founder of Gold Bar Partners, and a mentor to many budding real estate enthusiasts. If you're new here, we're happy you found us and super stoked to have you join our ever-expanding network. Whether you're looking for inspiration, practical advice, or just a good story, you've come to the right place. At the Multifamily Mindset Podcast, we serve up fresh content twice a week to keep you hooked and pumped. Every Tuesday, we get into some real talk with interviews featuring students from our network, sharing their journey and wisdom they picked up along the way. Then on Thursdays, our mindset guru, Dallas Pruitt, breaks down the mindset magic from those stories. But wait, there's more. Wednesdays are all about Own the Outcome, a killer podcast hosted by the one, the only Tyler Devereaux, the brains behind Multifamily Mindset. Tyler chats with top-tier individuals, digging into their journey to success and dropping some serious pearls of wisdom. So whether you're here for the knowledge, the inspiration, or just to soak up some expert insight, you're at the right place. Where every episode is your ticket to leveling up in the world of multifamily real estate. So let's get this party started. Today, we have a student of Multifamily Mindset who found success in multifamily investing at the age of 21. Yep, you heard me right, 21. He's a college student, gym rat, avid runner, and loves to fellowship at his local church, all the way from Dallas, Texas. A big warm welcome to Austin Darion. Hi, Austin.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Hey, Miss Cyndi, how you doing today?
Good, great to have you here.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Thank you for having
excited to share your story because we met how long ago? Almost two years ago?
Yes, ma'am.
2 years ago.
Mhm.
So can you share with our audience a little bit of background? Because I know you, but let's share the audience a little bit of your backstory.
Yes, ma'am. So I'm located in the DFW area. I'm from Oklahoma City. I've been doing this a little bit over a year and a half, almost 2 years coming up this year. And yeah, I'm a college student at the moment, graduating December, and just looking towards growing. Mhm.
And
That was-
you showed up to our 3-day workshop, November
Yes,
of
ma'am.
2022. And I had the blessing of getting you assigned to me as your strategist.
Yes, ma'am.
And it was super cool because I don't get a lot of, you were
Mhm.
20 at the time. I don't get a lot of 20-year-olds.
Mhm.
And you were there with, who were you there with?
I was there with my granny. Yeah.
And I asked you, who brought who here?
Mhm. I remember. Yeah.
And she smiled, she pointed to you.
Mhm.
Why and how does a 20-year-old have interest in multifamily investing?
I guess just the power of the internet. I always wanted to be in the real estate, just didn't really know what vehicle to go into. Didn't really know much about multifamily. Never heard of it. Just I guess similar to a lot of other people's stories, the multifamily ad came across my Instagram, and it was like a free seminar, and it was in Fort Worth. I was like, what can I lose? So I invited all my friends, and like last minute, they all flaked. And then I was like, I asked my granny, like, did you want to come? And she was like, sure. And then we went. And after that, I just heard everything. It was Todd Millar. He was the one who did the seminar. It was like for an hour. And after that, I was just hooked. Like everything he was saying was just stuff I've never heard before. And I was just super interested, like from the jump. And then paid for the 3-day, and I was like, Granny, you gonna come with me today? She was like, yeah, I'll come. So it just worked out. It just worked out. Mhm.
Awesome. And then at the 3-day, the two of you decided you wanted to sign
Yeah.
up in our mentorship program. So let me ask you, as a 20-year-old at the time, what
Mhm.
made you think you you, 20-year-old from Oklahoma City, that you can
hmm
buy a multifamily apartment?
I just believed in everything that they were saying, that like if you just put the work in, it was gonna happen. And I just believed in the structure they had, and it just made everything made sense to me. And I was just like, okay, this is something I want to do. This is something that will be my career. Like I was growing a love for real estate like at the 3-day boot camp, and I was like, okay, this is what I want to do. And it's hard. And I was just like all the challenges, underwriting, calling brokers, just trying to talk to people to capital raise. It was just everything was just so hard, and I was just having fun, just trying something different. So that's what I would say.
So it was hard, but you
hmm
were having fun.
I was, I was, I was a lot because, and then I feel like in this industry, I haven't been into a lot, but I've never been around so many positive people that were looking like to help. And I feel like that was a very valuable environment that was important to my growth. Mm.
Okay. And then, so, you know, seasoned investors like myself and
hmm
other people in the network, I mean, you're new, you're 20, soon to be 21. How did you get people to want to work with you? I know you talked about this blueprint.
Yes, ma'am. Um, I think it's just being in the right places, surround yourself with the right people. And I feel like I sometimes I feel like it's God, because just to be surrounded with people like yourself, like Miss Marichelle, like Mr. Yannick, just that they want to help you, they want to see you grow, they see themselves in you, they see potential. It just felt like a blessing. I really didn't know how else to describe it, because for people just to want to see you reach a new level, that was just something I wasn't used to. So that was just something that made me want to work harder, because I was like, I've never had this before. So it's just something I really appreciate, and I didn't want to like take it for granted, I would say.
So, I mean, so you just reached out to the MFM network.
Yes, ma'am. I was talking to everybody because I had no experience. I knew that I really knew nothing, didn't have any family members that was really into real estate. So I was just trying to talk to anybody and everybody, just see where I could build a connection and see how I could help or provide value some way.
So what was your pitch to them?
My pitch was, what was my pitch? What was I saying back then? Um,
Back then, you make it seem like it was so long ago.
it does feel long ago. It does feel long ago, because I was just saying stuff, hoping to get opportunity, but just basically saying I could be the legs and feet. If you need anything you don't want to do, I would love to be able to help. Just to be able to be a sponge and provide value in any way possible. Just
I
trying to get
know
my foot in the door.
I myself have called you to walk properties for me in
Yes,
Dallas. I
ma'am.
go, I know someone in Dallas. I
Yes,
gotta
ma'am.
call Austin and
Yes,
Venus.
ma'am. Yes,
And
ma'am.
you're on your FaceTime showing us
hmm
the
Yes, ma'am.
properties. I mean that's the power of the network. Really,
hmm
it's just there's investors throughout the whole United States, and it's like if there's a potential property that I need looking at, I can call
Yes, ma'am.
somebody, and they're all
100%.
willing to help. So I mean, I
Mhm.
appreciate that, and
Yeah,
it was fun to
it was
work
fun.
together.
Yeah, yeah. My granny
So
enjoyed that too. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah,
yeah, it's hard, but it's fun.
yeah.
And I
Yes,
always
hundred
tell
percent.
people, if you're not having fun doing this business and
Mm-hmm.
enjoying the process of learning, then
Yeah,
you're doing something wrong,
hundred
because
percent.
it is a fun process.
Mm-hmm.
But you talk about this blueprint.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
remember tell us about your blueprint.
Yes, ma'am. Um, just being, because the question was what something like a strength or like expertise that you could like value could provide to the podcast, and I just felt like reassuring people to just follow what they tell you to do. Like they've done it before. They're not gonna give you any. It's gonna be exactly what you need to do. And like just the fast track, the underwriting. You need to talk to brokers this many times a week. You need to underwrite this many deals a week. You need to go to networking events these many times a week. And I just felt like doing all of those every time, like I just felt myself growing. Like every time I did something that they told me to do, I feel like I got rewarded for it. So I just felt like the blueprint was really what you need to do. You talk to brokers, okay, you didn't get the deal that you wanted to. Okay, you tell them your buy box, you tell them what you're looking for, and now you have a relationship with them. You go to networking events, okay, you don't have somebody that's cap at budget. You go meet somebody, then you build that connection. So I just felt like doing everything, and they give you like a super thick couple hundred pages of multifamily, like everything, vocabulary, formulas, it just everything, how to letters to send to investors or brokers or owners, everything. It's just, and I just felt like that was something that if you look into the information, it tells you everything you need to do. Like I found myself asking the coaches for stuff that was in the book. Like everything was everything. They give you everything. And I just feel like the blueprint. Mm-hmm.
So Austin,
Yes.
tell us about your first deal.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So basically I got into my first deal. It was just like a very unique experience, honestly. Just going to a lot of networking events. I was able to connect with people that see me at the 3-day boot camp, actually. So it was I'm probably at month 6 right now. I'm just building relationships, trying to build a team, just learning as much as I can, like trying to become familiar with the vocabulary when I'm talking to brokers, just trying to just learn as much as I can and do as much as I can. And then I go to this networking event, and then it was Sergio and there was Jonathan. And they both were, Sergio, I remember me from the Multifamily Mindset boot camp.
Yeah,
and we
he was
connected
my
there.
student too.
Yeah, Sergio. And he was like, how you doing, bro? Blah, blah. And we just catching up. And then I told him like, yeah, I'm just kind of still looking for a team. Like I'm still trying to grow. And they just took me under their wing. And from that process, I was able to just really be like a little brother in that situation and be able to take steps with them, see how everything goes, go to their networking events as well. Just my network continue to grow just by meeting different people and
So
just being able
Austin,
to. Yes,
I'm going to
ma'am.
ask you, you went 6 months into our program and you still didn't have a team.
No, ma'am. I
And you
didn't.
did not quit.
No, ma'am. Mm-mm.
That's amazing. So
Yes,
I mean,
ma'am. I had
I
to.
hear people ready to quit after 1 month.
That's so crazy to me. I don't know how. Because that when you sign, it's just you gotta let that continue. You gotta remember that every day, like when you sign. But like
Okay, tell us.
first
Okay,
month is
so
crazy.
you're all networking.
Hmm.
Sergio took you under his wing, and then what?
Yes. So I'm just going to a lot of networking events, and then there was a couple of us. We were all pretty young, under 25, just going to these events, and we didn't have no money, didn't have no experience. Really, just had energy and time, and like the want to get into a deal any way possible. And we just connected with these sponsors, and it was like basically we have a deal, and we'll take you under the ring, but y'all gotta like promise to put in the work throughout the process. We was like you mean we can be LPs, we can invest in the deal, and they get it like no, y'all can get GP ownership, but you gotta put in the work. We was like really, so we got to sit in on all the calls, which is still happening every Tuesday. Get to sit in on all the calls, get to go on a property, really get to see how everything works behind the scenes, see all the hiccups and how they overcome them. It's been crazy, but yeah, got that in July. Got that in July. It's just been a journey ever since. Hmm.
So that was how many months into your mentorship program?
November. So we got December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. So like eight,
8
like eight.
months.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't
Yes,
you
ma'am.
glad you didn't quit at 6 months because you didn't have a team? So
Yes, ma'am.
who are these God sent sponsors of yours?
Yeah, so we got a couple. We got the Usselton family with Tim and Jana. You have Sergio. We got Jonathan. Those are people that were pretty important in that process with letting this hop on. Mr. Rice House as well, Mr. Sean Rice House.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. I'm sure they found that little spark in you. I should not even say
Mm-hmm.
little, that huge spark in you.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, look at your smile. It radiates.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you close on your deal
Yes, ma'am.
and you're thinking, how many units and where is it located?
63 is in Dallas. It's like a little bit below Farmers Branch. It's almost like in the heart of Dallas.
So
Close
not too
to
far from you.
Yes, I could. Yeah, not too far at all. It's crazy because I don't know what I was thinking, but when got the first deal, I was like, okay, and I was like, that was just the start. Like it wasn't like just
But
it getting closed was just the beginning. And I
so
wasn't even
that
thinking.
so that was while you were still a student in
Yes,
college
ma'am. Yes,
and
ma'am.
you're working and
Yeah.
you were
Hmm.
still being consistent and putting time to do this business. So you're
Yes, ma'am.
just doing it part-time, essentially.
Hmm.
So I'm going to ask you this, what's driving you? Why?
I feel like my granny is a main factor in my drive. Also like just knowing all the things she done for me, just if I could be able to pay her back tenfold, that would just make me feel like I've actually did something. And then I just want to prove it to myself continuously that I could do it. And then just the people I choose to surround myself, they're always doing more. So it just naturally comes on in me to make me want to do more for myself and others as well.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's awesome. I know.
Yes, ma'am.
Shout out to Venus Darion as well. I love
Hmm.
that woman. I remember
Hmm.
you showed up to our 3-day boot camp November 4th of 2022.
Hmm.
And you were assigned to me. Do you remember that?
Yes, ma'am.
And I was your strategist at the 3-day workshop. And I like to ask all my students, why do you want to be rich AF? Because I can't
Hmm.
say the F word on this program.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, let's get real. Once you get into your first deal, you'll get into more deals. And it's,
Hmm.
in my opinion, one of the quickest ways to build wealth, which in turn gets you rich. And
Yeah.
so I have it right here. You texted it to me. I still have it saved with your cute little dreads, your picture.
Yeah.
and I'm going to share with the audience the 3 reasons why you want to be rich AF. And it was 1, to change the trajectory of my family tree and help others. 2,
Hmm.
financial freedom and be able to enjoy the moment. And 3, to prove it to myself that I can do it.
Hmm.
Have you looked back at those 3 reasons and went, man,
Yeah.
what are
It's
you thinking now? Where are you at
it's
now?
it's just pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy because I don't know. It's pretty crazy just to think about. Like it almost because like I got where I wanted to get, and I was like, okay, I still have so much more to go. Just want to continue growing, but it's most definitely grateful for everybody throughout the journey to let me get to where I got to.
And your
But
granny
it's
told
crazy.
me you have your real estate license.
I do, yes, ma'am.
22-year-old with a real estate license. So
Hmm.
I guess if you're looking to buy or sell a home,
Then I can help
call
you with that as
Austin.
well. Yes,
You know
ma'am.
he's gonna work his butt off to
I
get you
will.
that
I
house.
will.
And
At
then
the best price. Yes, ma'am.
yes, and then you have you're be graduating from college
Yes,
in
ma'am.
December. What's your
Hmm.
degree in?
So I'm majoring in business. I'm minoring in real estate. Yes, ma'am.
Nice.
Hmm.
And then what else is next for Austin?
I'm honestly just trying to build up more capital, raise more capital, network with people, learn more, just continue to grow. Yeah, that's what I would say. I'm just trying to continue, take the next step, buy more property, just keep on going, travel more, just have fun, be able to help people how I was helped. Any advice I can give to anybody first starting off, I open the call. That's been pretty
Okay.
fun as well, for sure.
Yeah, now you're an inspiration for
That's
others.
pretty fun. Yeah, that's pretty fun.
I mean, you inspire me. I mean, I
Thank
wish
you.
I started when I was 20 years old. I know. When I look at you, I'm just like, I'm at awe. Like you have accomplished so much, even just as a
Thank you.
22-year-old. I
Yes,
mean,
ma'am.
there's 62, 72, 82-year-olds that have never bought a multifamily apartment. Like this is crazy. So, but I know I need to wrap this up. But in closing, can you give us like that aha moment when you realize you've proven it to yourself and you can accomplish anything?
When a moment I realized I could accomplish anything. mm,
When you're like, yeah, done that. Yep, got it. Yep, I'm there.
Walking across that stage felt pretty good, honestly, at Pete, because that was
Oh.
something like, because I don't know what it was. Like they do a really good job, but when I
So for
went to
our
my first
audience,
Pete,
wait.
yes,
So for
ma'am.
our audience listening, we've got an annual networking event, multifamily mindset called
Yes,
Peak Partnership. So that's what he was
yes.
talking about going across stage. So what does it mean when you walk across the stage at Peak Partnership?
It means you got into a multifamily property deal in your year of being in your mentorship, and it's crazy. I don't know. It just I was when I first seen it, I was like, I have to be doing this next year. And then just seeing y'all on stage, it just makes you want to, because they bring so many powerful people onto that stage. Inky Johnson, y'all. You got Tyler up there. You got so many people. Emily Ford. Like there's so many people that touch that stage. David Goggins. And just seeing y'all pitch a deal up
Dude,
there,
you
I was like,
you shared a stage with David Goggins.
that's
Who can say
yeah,
that?
yeah, no,
I mean, besides you and me.
yeah. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. But just
Oh,
watching y'all on that stage most definitely was, and I just love the way y'all do it. I don't know, just y'all make everything fun.
well, I'm gonna say you make it fun too.
Yes,
So
ma'am. Thank you. I
how can
appreciate it.
how can listeners find you?
They can find me on LinkedIn at Austin AustinDearion Dearion, or you can find me on Instagram at Dearion, as well as 53 capital FIVETHREECAPITAL. Those are my accounts. That's where they
Nice.
can find me. Yes, now.
Well, thank you so much for coming
Mm-hmm.
on to the podcast today.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
for my friends listening, join us next
Mm-hmm.
time for more stories, insights, and inspiration. Until then, keep thinking bigger and get better every day. Thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.
Multifamily Mindset Podcast. Think